Alrighty, we got a 4-on-4 cube draft today. I'm teamed up with Mac, Trollocetic, and Slacks. So we got a good squad battling against Nate Stoyer, Stefan, Mr. Mental Misstep, Talisker's back, and Sam Rolfe. So battling against Team Run It Down, they've been calling themselves. This is maybe the worst pack I've seen in weeks. What am I supposed to first pick here? I guess it's Troll of Khazad-dûm. Ugh. I mean, you could maybe take Exploration. You could take the Troll. That's about it. I think Troll's a lot better than Oliphant because black uses the land cycling better. Mostly because it has the reanimates is what I mean. But, yeah. Really weak pack. I don't know what Sam's going to take here. Maybe Memory Jar or Exploration. He likes that kind of thing. I guess I will just Troll. Ooh, into Entomb? Okay. I'll take the bait, I guess. I'm a little suspicious whenever someone passes an Entomb. It gives them a lot of power over your draft if they think you took it. But I am going to take the Entomb, especially after taking Troll, passing a Wheel of Fortune. So I could have gone Exploration Wheel, but I like Troll Entomb as a better start. Sam might just take the Exploration, then take the Wheel. There's also Delighted Halfling. Malevolent Hermit's pretty good, and there's some rando creatures, but I'll take Entomb. And then here, I'll probably just take Polluted Delta. Here's a Time Twister. Sam can have all the draw sevens, I guess. But Polluted Delta is really strong, especially when you started with Troll and Tomb. There's Dak Faden, but I think I'd rather just take the land instead of a card that's two other colors. Passing Zagoth Triumph, Dak Faden, Headliner Scarlet. And I don't know what Slacks is up to. Maybe he's getting the draw sevens, but Sam loves that kind of thing, so I kind of think Sam's going to have taken Wheel into Time Twister. Maybe Jar Wheel Time Twister. I don't think he took Jar second, but I will just take the Polluted Delta. I'm fine with that. And then this pack, I think I'm just going to take Knight's Whisper. Just keep taking the cheap black cards and black fixing over Urborg, Bonehorde Dracosaur, City of Traders. This pack's not actually that strong, so it's actually a decent time to take Knight's Whisper. And here, ooh, there's Bazaar of Baghdad, Thief of Sanity, and Grave Titan. I actually think I might just take Bazaar. I think Bazaar is really strong. I think that Urborg might wheel. I don't like snapping off Spellseeker here. Bazaar also wheels some amount of the time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I mean, but I guess I could take Thief of Sanity instead. I don't have any of the good reanimation targets yet. I mean, there's also just taking Grave Titan. That's reasonable too. I think basically the three cards I want are Thief, Bazaar, and Grave Titan. And I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to get two of the three. I think passing Bazaar is probably decent. But I also think it's the card I want the most, so I think I'm just going to take it. I don't know. I actually respect Bazaar a lot in this kind of deck, and at least in the direction I'm going. So I think it's worth it. And there's a chance I get Grave Titan back anyway. Like Spellseeker, Elvish Spirit Guide, Manamorphose, Mindstone, Get Lost Karn, Goldspan are plausible picks, not even counting the Thief of Sanity. And we'll have to just see. Passing all the white cards here, which Slacks doesn't usually draft it, but I don't really think I can justify taking a white card. I will take Ketria Triumph, which I think would be good for Sam under most circumstances, and especially after passing Exploration Wheel Time Twister. And it actually might be fine for me if I end up getting going. Like if I go black-red, this is black-red-blue. This is a reasonable land. I guess if I'm black-red exactly, I can. It's a tapped mountain. I can fetch with Delta, but that's a little dicey. I'd probably want to play Ketria Triumph if I'm playing blue and red cards in my deck. Here, there's some good big stuff. I don't like passing that, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to take here. Kozilek is good with Bazaar and Entomb, I think is good enough. Because if I don't have any animates yet, but if I get Shallow Grave or Goryo's Vengeance, I mean, this is the kind of thing you're looking for. Kind of low on Recurring Nightmare. And I don't think I want Portal or Sicarian Infiltrator. All right, pass. I don't like passing Portal Saheeli Iconoclast. That's a lot of good artifact stuff, but I think that Kozilek has a decent chance of being good in this deck. All right, one more new pack. And I feel pretty good about the Entomb direction. Obviously, Talisker could be setting me up a little bit, but we'll see. Oh, and there's a Collective Brutality. That's a nice one too. So now I have 3 ways to get creatures in the graveyard. I have 1 creature. I have no animates, but we'll work on that. And passing an Eternal Witness, a Chromatic Star. I'm okay with those things. All right, time to get the worst pack in the world back here. All right, so Memory Jar Wheeled, So did Lotus Field and Talisman. If Sam's doing that sort of thing, then he'll have his pick of those cards. I'm just deciding here between Sinkhole and Show and Tell. There's definitely some creatures I could get that would make me want Show and Tell in my deck, like Archon, Atraxa, and Atali. I don't really like Show and Tell Kozilek. Sinkhole is a reasonable card, but I think this deck I'd rather just take the Show and Tell. Here I think I'll take Malevolent Hermit. I could also take Oath, actually. I have a Troll. That's it. Kozilek. Yeah, all right. I'm actually in because I have this Ketria Triome. I think Oath is worth speccing on here. And then Infernal Grasp over Archfiend, which I would do even without the Oath. I think Infernal Grasp is pretty good, and this isn't a deck that's trying to attack with Archfiend. Oh, Urborg Wield, perfect. It just works so well with Bazaar. It takes away the drawback of Bazaar. Once Bazaar taps for black mana, it's an incredible card because you just used a land. It's a swamp with a very powerful ability. The main drawback of Bazaar is that it doesn't tap for mana, so it uses your land drop but doesn't get you ahead on mana. Urborg just completely negates that. So let's see if there's Grave Titan, Thief of Sanity, or... Oh, those are just the two cards I was looking for. Okay, Grave Titan came back. Happy enough with that. Not a great Oath card, but I don't necessarily have to play Oath either. Oath and Show and Tell are more if I get some of the really unfair stuff. So pack 2 is hopefully the pack that I get to eat, because in pack 3, Talisker is going to be aware that you pass the Entomb. And, maybe the Bazaar, Kozilek, Grave Titan. I don't know how much of that stuff he's necessarily marking. Pack 2, though, Sam doesn't know any of this. I mean, he might have figured out that I'm playing black, but... Okay, 2 white cards here. I think Ephemerate's more likely to go into decks that Sam drafts. Oh, last pick, Saheeli. Wild. Okay, let's go. Any Lotuses? Nope, but there is a Gristlebrand. All right, well... I need some animates. I don't have any of those, but Oath into Gristlebrand and Show and Tell Gristlebrand are both legit. Passing Talisker or Ragavan, he's almost assuredly playing red, so that sucks. There's also an Underworld Breach and a Solitude. Hopefully the Solitude finds its way to Mac, though he might have been not taking white cards either. It's kind of irrelevant. I have to take the Gristlebrand here. I think it'd just be crazy to do anything else. Okay, this is actually a fine pick. I love Dothi Voidwalker, and playing nearly mono black, it's great. Also, I'm fine playing Oath and Dothi Voidwalker. If you Oath up a Voidwalker and then they Oath, Dothi Voidwalker really punishes them. I'll probably wheel Regisaur, maybe Unmarked Grave. The Unmarked Grave so far isn't looking that hot. And yeah, we'll be Voidwalking here. Voidwalking our way to some dubs. Can I get an Atraxa? Archon of Cruelty and Atraxa are like the 2 cards I'm looking for the most. Though actually, no, that's not true. Animates are what I'm looking for the most. I haven't seen any of those. I could take Turok here, but Turok wheels so often. I might just take Pest Infestation. It's kind of a busted card. I have Delta into Triome. I might be playing this Oath. I don't really want to pass it either. Talisker's never drafted a deck that couldn't just take a Pest Infestation, in my experience. So I don't really want to give him the opportunity to do that. And can I get some animates? I just have 0. Shallow Grave, Goryo. I mean, I'm open to all of them. Shallow Grave, Goryo's Vengeance, Animate Dead, Exhume, Necromancy, just all of the animates. And this is an 8-player draft, so a lot of packs are opened. So it's kind of a sweat here. But I do have Oath and Show and Tell as ways to put creatures into play, so I have something. But obviously this deck is going to need to find animates. Reanimate would just be so absurdly good. Oh, there's Animate Dead. And Atraxa. Painful, but I got to take the animate here. I've got Gristlebrand and Grave Titan already to animate, and Troll. Turn 1 cycle Troll, turn 2 animate's totally fine. Oh man, it's such a beating because Show and Tell Atraxa is so good. Maybe passing Duress and Atraxa will convince Talisker I'm not playing Reanimator. I don't know, but I got to take Animate Dead, and then followed up with Exhume. Okay. Now I wish if I get another animate, I'm gonna wish I took Atraxa, but I don't think that was the pick here. Oh, and From the Catacombs. Yeah, that's such a good combo with Bazaar, too. It just fills your graveyard. You can even discard the Catacombs. I like Watery Grave, but I already have Polluted Delta. It would make Troll better, but I think From the Catacombs is just going to be disgusting in this deck. And you also get to flip From the Catacombs when you Oath, if I end up playing Oath. So, good. This was a great pack, too. Sam's not cutting me at all, so... There's Badlands, Bayou, Watery Grave, Fire Covenant, Jace. A lot of cards I would want. I think Catacombs is the best, though. Now Archon is the highest card on my list because Atraxa is 0% to wheel. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards I want. 3 cards I don't. But my last card is going to be Crater Hoof Behemoth. This card's on the border of getting taken out of the cube, by the way. I think Crater Hoof's actually probably on its way out, if I had to guess. It's just not that good anymore. People kill your elves too easily. Like, Natural Order is also getting a little weaker. The Natural Order Atroxa kind of is the real deal. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious what people think, but I feel like Crater Hoof's time has kind of passed here. And here, I could take Asmo. As long as I've discarded a card this turn, I can pay 1 mana, a black mana, to cast this. It's good with Bazaar. It's good with Collective Brutality. It's actually good with Cycling Troll. Do I want that, or do I want to take Long Goodbye? I feel like I have a decent amount of removal. I would probably not put this in my deck if I'm playing Oath. But if I get Underworld Cookbook, which is also a card I want, all right, let's take Asmo. Actually, Asmo might wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Asmo might wheel. Maybe Asmo or Curse Scroll comes back. Oh, Corpse Dance. Now the Kozilek's on. Oh, that is great. All right. I like Grist and all that, but I'm very happy taking Corpse Dance. All right. Well, this deck's actually shaping up. I really like where I'm at here. Could use Dark Ritual or obviously a Piece of Power to speed it up a little bit. It's a little bit slow, but turn 1 Bazaar, use it. Turn 2 Urborg, tap the 2, and then cast Animate Dead. Boom. You got him. And I would like another good reanimate target. I'm not going to play any of these cards. Godless Shrine might be the most likely card I have. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. I don't really even mind passing Gilded Goose. If that was one of the good green 1-drops, I would probably take it, but I think this is fine. Okay, Unmarked Grave can get Grave Titan, or I can take Regisaur as a discard outlet, and maybe I don't play Oath in that case. If I get Archon, Unmarked Grave is really good. This is kind of close. Unmarked Grave can also get Catacombs, which is nice. I think I'll just take the Unmarked Grave. I don't know. Okay, Turok did indeed wheel, and I'll pass some green things and an Aragorn. That's fine. Oh, Ulamog for a second Eldrazi? Sure. All right. I like that. And then Drought in the Loch is a decent sideboard card. Could even main deck it. I don't mind passing Oracle. And yeah. Oh yeah, there's 2 cards left, and one's a Crater Hoof. But Crater Hoof's still going last. All right. Oh, and Asmo did come in last. Perfect. Haven't seen the Underworld Cookbook yet, so. All right. Well, it's always a good day for a Black Lotus, I would say. Well, I guess a Godless Shrine, because White Plume Adventure is getting in. I'm just not going to pass White Plume here. I'll pass Mawlock. That's fine. White Plume is just a really strong card, and if I could get another fetch, that would be awesome. This Oath, I'm probably not going to play. I don't even know if I'm playing Pest Infestation or not, but I am going to take the White Plume here and really hope to see Archon. Archon is the #1 card I want to see, I believe. Not counting Power, though. Even I think Archon's probably better than Mox, Mox Ruby. That's the worst Mox for me. Though I'd still have to take the Mox. I can't pass a Mox and take a card for my deck when the card I'd be passing wouldn't be that good for our opponents, I don't think. All right, any Archons? No, there's a Lightning Bolt that I'm not really looking to play. There's a Toxic Deluge, which is a solid card. Liliana also looks pretty good here. Not a very good second pick. I could just get a 7th pick Liliana. I think that would be fine. But I think I will take the Liliana. Is that better for me than Deluge? I kind of feel like I have a decent amount of removal. Yeah, I think Lily will be good for me. And there's Brain Freeze coming the same direction as Breach, which is nice. I guess Fatal Push over Retrofitter and Baleful Strix. Yeah, I think so. Any Archons? No. Oh, I do like a Preordain. I don't have that much blue, but there's no non-blue card I really want to take. I don't think Indatha Triumph's helping me. I mean, I really don't want to play much blue, but I don't really want to pass Preordain anyway. Now there's Jason Chromhost Seed Shark, but I guess I'll take Concealing Curtains. Wow, I couldn't get one more Reanimate card. All I've taken is non-Reanimate cards this pack. Kind of a beating. I don't think I'm in a position for Deathrite. It is good with Bazaar. It's good with Polluted Delta, but I think Concealing Curtains is just a pretty solid card. Peck 6, so still nothing. Wasteland? My mana is going to be good enough that I could play Wasteland. I could also play Lotus Petal. That would speed this deck up a bit. I have a White Plume that I can pedal out. Yeah, I kind of like that. This deck is a little slow, and it feels like Lotus Petal to speed me up a little bit is worth throwing away some cards. Okay, 2 more picks. At this point, I'm not going to get any of the good animates, but I could get like a Goryo's Vengeance, and I'm not getting any of the good reanimate targets either. So, kind of a beat. Talisker might be cutting me. I'm well aware of that, though. I feel like this was still a good deck to go into. And I have outs to, I mean, can I turn 1 Gristlebrand? I guess I can't turn 1, but I can turn 2 Gristlebrand in a couple different ways. So, that's all well and good. At this point, I think I'd rather not play Show and Tell or Pest Infestation. I think I could just be black-white. And by white, I mean I have a White Plume Adventurer. I also have Ephemerate with Corpse Dance. I think that's probably not necessary, but it could be funny. All right. This pack has a Rafine's Tower, but I think I might just take Arid Mesa. It's a black-white land with Godless Shrine. Untapped black-white lands is way more what I'm looking for. I don't need Polluted Delta to get Tundra. I'm just not going to play much blue. I think this is fine. All right, 1 more pick. Can I get something? One card for Reanimator? Just 1? Is that too much to ask? Perhaps. It just might be. All right. I think Bitter Triumph is going to be good in this deck. It's another way to discard. And I think that's going to be better than Unearth, though. Unearth on White Plume or Voidwalker is really good. I think Bitter Triumph is going to be what I want. And I'm actually going to be happy to play Evolved Sleeper in this deck, too. I find that card to be pretty good. Passing 3 blue-white cards, so cutting 1 doesn't help. And now I have enough playables, too. Right now I'd be playing 16 land plus Lotus Petal, not counting Bazaar as a land, but also Trolls, so kind of like 17 land plus Petal. Yeah, this looks like a deck to me. I think this is actually a pretty good deck. The one thing I'm missing is I don't have much... Ooh, and Deluge. I guess I'll have to add that in, too. The one thing I'm missing is I don't have much hand disruption. I have a Concealing Curtains and a Collective Brutality, and I guess kind of Liliana. Oh, Unmarked Grave can probably also go. Now I guess I wish I took Regisaur. I just don't have any good things to grave. I think I'll hate an Iteration over a Batterskull. I don't know. It's pretty close. I could Unmarked Grave a Gristle or a Grave Titan. Unmarked Grave Titan or From the Catacombs, but those are both pretty slow. I guess I'll just take Random Duel. I'll hit a Chrome Host Seed Shark. I think that's the most powerful card there. I definitely want to hit a Jace here. And, all right, well, not bad, but, and has the potential for some really good draws, but certainly not the absolute best. Alrighty, well, I think just keeping it the cleanest possible is the best. I'm going to play a White Plume and all black cards. I've got Oath, Pest Infestation, Preordain, Show and Tell, Drown the Lock as like sideboard options if the matchups break that way. But otherwise, I'll keep the mana clean. I've got Arid Mesa that can get Godless Shrine in 2 planes. I've got the Godless Shrine, and I've got Delta, as well as Troll that can get Godless Shrine. So the mana's good on that. Turns out Talisker did, I think, hate an Archon. I don't think he's playing that, so that would have been sick. In Pack 3, if I'd gotten an Archon, this deck would be just disgusting, but I think it's pretty good. And my teammates' decks are pretty nice, too. Let's take a look. Troll's got a blue-green Beats deck with a bunch of counters like Mana Leak, Memory Lapse for Man, Snapcaster, Daze, Mystic Confluence, Undermount Adventure, Questing Beast, Krasis, Vendilion Click, Borrower, some acceleration, great mana, like 10 blue-green lands, which is a contrast to Mac, who's got the worst mana I've ever seen in a cube deck. He's just playing basically Islands, Mountains, and Swamps with some random duels that produce white for his 4th Eorlingus. That part's going to be rough, but the nice part is he has Flash, 4 tutors for it, and 4 good cards to flash in, as well as Through the Breach, and then Shieldred, Caves of Chaos Adventure, Fable, Ragavan, Inti. Super powerful deck, Thoughtseize Inquisition too, just the mana's rough. Jesse has all our power. We actually opened pretty low on power, so I'm a little worried about that, but he has Mox Ruby and Soul Ring for his Kappa Cannoneer Tinker deck with tons of cheap artifacts, so I like that too. All right, battling against Talisker round 1, let's get to it. All right, I am on the play. I would in fact like to play first, and I think I'm just going to mulligan a hand of 2 removal, 4 land, and a Corpse Dance. It doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, I like this hand more. I'm going to put a Swamp back. I don't think I'm going to play a turn 1 Dothy Voidwalker off this Lotus Petal. First of all, if I draw a White Plume, I'd rather just play it on turn 2. Second, I just want to use that to speed myself up. All right. Elferino. Oh, interesting. I might have to collect a Brutality to Elf now, and I think I'm just going to do it this way. Discard, -2, and then discard the Lotus Petal. Oh, I hit an Oust. Nice. And, okay, mana-wise, he's got 1 Forest and Virtue of Loyalty. Okay. So green-white beats. And then now he's going to pass or he's going to play. Okay. I'm actually really glad about that because now I get to Liliana and go Selfless. If he had played the Virtue, then that wouldn't have worked. -2, you sack. And really hope he hasn't drawn a 3rd land. Don't think that's super likely, but if it is, it would be really nice. Oh, he didn't draw the 3rd land. Okay, perfect. So now Corpse Dance? No, from the Catacombs. Let's go Dothy Voidwalker. He's going to get to kill Liliana, but I think it's worth +1ing because that makes my Dothy Voidwalker better. And I don't mind discarding a From the Catacombs because by the time I get a chance to cast it, I'll probably have enough things to exile. I could also discard the Kozilek, but I don't think I really want to do that. Knight of Autumn is the card that's getting exiled. All right. Then he's going to cast Virtue. Also, discarding the Catacombs protects it from Elite Spellbinder, which is nice. And now he's going to Elite Spellbinder my Kozilek, and it's just going to be gone. But that's all right. All right, so what am I hoping to draw here? I'm not sure. There's a lot of stuff I could draw. Exhume. Interesting. If I could sack Voidwalker, play Knight of Autumn, and then I could Exhume. He would get a Selfless Spirit, and I would get a Voidwalker back, but I'd have a Knight of Autumn. Basically, is it worth casting this in order to... If I cast this, I get a 4/3 and he gets a 2/1 flyer. I'm at 20, he's at 18. I think I don't want to do that. I think I'd rather just attack with the Voidwalker and pass. If I can draw a removal spell, it will be pretty nice. There's 3 cards in hand. And at least 2 of them are spells. I do know that. Okay. Need to find something here. Oh, Hex Drinker. Toxic Deluge also looking pretty good. If I drew Toxic Deluge, I could sack the Voidwalker. Let's see, to play Knight of Autumn, but not play it yet, and then Deluge. Oh, Concealing Curtains actually is not the worst. Do I want a Voidwalker here? I just don't think it really does much yet. I'll take some damage here, but next turn, what I'm going to try to do is hope that he drew like a 6-drop and I can Concealing Curtains it, and then Voidwalker it. That's going to be my plan, at least. Pumping Hex Drinker. Okay, Hex Drinker's a 3/3. Oh, we're just going all in on Hex Drinker. Okay. All right. 2 cards in hand. They're spells. Let's hope that one of them is a really good big one. Okay. Block the Knight token. Takes 7, going down to 8. Let's go. Oh, Fatal Push also is a nice one, but I think I've got to go with the curtains here. What you got? What's in that bag? What you got in that bag? Oh, Solitude. Okay. Is he going to Solitude the Voidwalker? Or he's got to Solitude the Voidwalker, actually. Oh, this isn't actually that bad. He has no card. Yeah, he's going to Solitude the Voidwalker. But in response, I'm going to play Knight of Autumn, or get to play Knight of Autumn. Solitude goes away. This transforms. He's got no cards in hand. Then I go Knight of Autumn. The Hex Drinker is going to get big here. What can I do about that? I guess if he pumps it up to a 6, I guess I just have to gain 4 life. And at that point, might as well attack with Revealing Eye, I feel like. He goes to 9. Yeah, I'm going to lose this. If I draw... Oh, no, even Deluge doesn't help at this point. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so he just straight up hated the Archon. And I'm going to be down a game. Well, so it goes. Elves of Deep Shadow, sure. Block, take 9. I guess I needed him to miss on his third land for one more turn, but that did not happen. All right. So on the one hand, Oath of Druids would be effective against him, but he does have Night of Autumn. So that is kind of annoying, but I don't know. Do I want to bring that in? Turok's really good. I just kind of have a lot of creatures that I don't really want to Oath up. And I like all the way my deck is built against his, so I think I like how I'm at. Let's see. What would I cut if I was to put an Oath? I can go and get forests. I forgot to add them to the sideboard, but we can always just remake the match. So that's not an issue. I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty good consistent deck here, so I think I'm ready to fire away here and hope to not get Elite Spellbinder. That card's pretty good. All right. I mean, I'll keep this hand. This has a discard outlet and 2 removal spells. Well, I guess the Brutality is a removal spell, but I kind of don't want to use it early because then it stops being a discard outlet. Plains, Petal, attack, and pump. And then pass the turn. And I think I actually will pump it with Petal, end of turn. Oh, Swamp. Okay. Depending on what he does, of course. Selfless Spirit, sure. Because then I could just pump it again on my turn. It's that or Collective Brutality, but I don't really want to use the Brutality, so let's just do this. Draw. Pay the life, and then attack with Evolved Sleeper, and I'm just going to do this and hope he doesn't have Solitude. All right, he did not. Cool. Evolved Sleeper. Cards are beating sometimes. I mean, if he doesn't have an answer to this, it's going to just beat the crap out of him, and I have 3 removal spells to play here. What's he splashing black for? Hand Disruption, maybe? I'm not really sure. I mean, a tutor doesn't seem like really what you want in this kind of deck, so yeah, I'm a little curious. Oh, he had the swords. All right, well, it was a good run. Oh, he didn't play a land. Let's just pass. I'll take another hit. I don't like this position because as soon as he draws a forest, right on time, I'm just going to... I have no spells to play. I guess I'll just kill this thing. No reason to take a bunch of damage here. Yeah. And I just need to draw Corpse Dance or From the Catacombs or... All right, another Eldrazi, sure. Probably going to draw Arid Mesa next, no targets. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Do whatever you want. I've got 2 Eldrazi. Okay, he gets the Collective Brutality. That's the one to hit. So I'm just going to do this then, because I'm not getting to the point where I'll be able to do this in the same turn, so I might as well do this now. And I think I discard Ulamog. -2/-2. Oh, he sided in Reanimate. I see. In his hand is Flickerwisp, Hexdrinker, Grist. Okay. Ignoble Hierarch. Well, he's going to play Grist and start making tokens. Mox Emerald. All right, well, Exhume. I have really... I feel like every time I play against Talisker, I just draw so badly. It's really funny. But here, this is how it goes. Because now, even if I play Grave Titan, Grist kind of answers the Grave Titan, which is pretty annoying. You can play... I mean, I guess his plays aren't even like that impressive. Like he's just firing off a Night of Autumn as a 4/3, which I guess is fine. All right. Dothy Voidwalker, sure. I mean, he can Grist it. Oh, he just gained life? Okay, that's weird, but I mean, I'll just play the Voidwalker. I don't really have a better play. And then he's going to -2 Grist, sack an insect. Do that. And I guess play Hexdrinker. Oh, Vicious Battle Rager. Okay. So he's just splashing black for Reanimate and Battle Rager probably. Just didn't draw those cards game one. I'm just going to wait on the Infernal Grasp, I guess. Oh, from the Catacombs. Okay. I guess I'll just... Oh man, it's so bad against Flicker Wisp, because if the Flicker Wisp's the thing I Catacombs... Yeah, I suppose I'll just get the Dauthi Voidwalker then. And then I take the initiative and go get a Swamp. Pretty dead here, I would say. It just turns out I have a good Reanimator deck. I think it's got some good stuff going on. At no point did I assemble the combo of reanimating anything. I never drew Corpse Dance. I never drew Entomb when I had, like, you know, cards that could help do that. So it's a bit of a beat. Obviously, that's a bit annoying, but what are you going to do? Knight of Autumn is a 4/3, and sack the insect, kill the Voidwalker. So the one saving grace of sorts, oh man, I get to flicker the Battle Rager too, and I get to go to 5, is I can play Grave Titan. He can't grist it anymore, but he could play Hex Drinker. 5, Grave Titan, go to 2. I mean, I technically don't die. All right. Oh wait, no, I don't even. I go to 1 because I can't even block the Battle Rager. Sure, that doesn't actually change my... It doesn't change my odds of surviving, but obviously it's just really bad because now I don't even have a Grave Titan in play. So yeah, I'm going to lose this. Oh, he's going to animate the land. Okay. There we have it. All right, this is a live look-in. Sam Rolfe just cast Wheel of Fortune with 7 men in play. Jesse just cast Hullbreacher. That's about the biggest justice I've ever seen, especially since this game, Sam used Thieving Skydiver twice to seal Jesse's Soul Ring and his Mox, and getting to Hullbreacher Sam's Wheel is just chef's kiss. This game is over. All right, time for round 2. I actually don't love my matchup this round because I'm playing against Stefan here, Mental Misstep, who's got a red-white deck, which that part's okay, but he has multiple Moxen, not great, and he has Parallax Wave, Palace Jailer, Touch the Spirit Realm. All the exile removal's pretty tough for mono black, so certainly can win, and I'm going to keep this hand, but Deluge is very good against him, but I am a little concerned about the matchup. All right, I will keep. He also kept on the draw here. Okay, Usher is fine. Just play a turn 1 Godless Shrine. And at some point, I hope to do some animating. Well, there's an animate dead, so now if I draw Entomb, we're doing the thing. Okay, gonna get hit. And it's kind of interesting here whether I play Dauthi Voidwalker next turn. It'll kind of depend on what he does. Okay, he's making a token. Yeah, I think that makes me want to play Voidwalker still. Oh, Bazaar is nice, and I have Urborg. So I got to play the Urborg this turn. My team has Wasteland, and they have Nate Stoyer has Strip Mine, so no concern there. Basically, the question is, do I play Voidwalker? Because if he plays a 2 toughness creature, then it's a little worse. But if he plays another 1 toughness creature, Deluge is still good. If he kills the Voidwalker, then I'm actually kind of happy I played it, because I spent my mana instead of just doing nothing. I don't think it is good play to play Long Goodbye on the Usher here. We'll just have to see. But basically, I'm banking on either being able to kill the card he plays turn 3 or Deluge for 1. But I don't... All right, we're just going to make another token. That's kind of wild. Okay, if that's the play. Or are we killing the Voidwalker? No, I'm making another token. Okay. Into Plains, pass the turn. I guess I'll hit with the Voidwalker here. And play a Toxic Deluge for 1. It's a 1/1, but kills all those things. Okay, pass the turn. I could have left the Voidwalker untapped to cast Usher, but I don't really want to do that. So the only thing that does is play around removal. Oh, what's going on over there? All right, I guess I'm actually going to play a land first, because if I draw Corpse Dance here, it's really good. No Corpse Dance, but I could discard from the Catacombs a land and a Fatal Push. I think is Long Goodbye, or maybe Long Goodbye's worse, because, yeah. All right, I'll discard Long Goodbye, Swamp, Catacombs. It's kind of locking me into not discarding Ulamog for now, but I think that's okay, because I don't want to shuffle the Catacombs, but I'm fine just waiting on Ulamog until I draw Corpse Dance anyway. Talisman of Indulgence, okay. He's got, I guess that's better for me than him drawing a land. Liliana the Veil's not too bad. Let's go Liliana. It's going to get a spell, and then I think I'm not going to use the Bazaar this turn. And now I get to use the Dothi Voidwalker. There's a decent chance of that. I think I'm just discarding Fatal Push. He doesn't have any cheap creatures in his hand. And I think I want to keep the Swamp in order to cast from the Catacombs. And once I cast it once, then I don't mind shuffling it away, because I'm not casting it again anytime soon. And I'm doing it in this order since I can maybe Dothi Voidwalker the card that he discards. All right, discard Fatal Push. What you got? Headliner Scarlet. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that. I think I'll sack Dothi Voidwalker to play Headliner Scarlet. No, but then that just gets owned by Touch of the Spirit Realm. Actually, let's just hit for 3 and pass the turn. I feel like there's no reason to get baited here. I'll keep a land in hand. I have a Bazaar. And at some point I'll find a good thing to animate. What I'm hoping to do is cast from the Catacombs, and then, I mean, I guess I could discard the Animate Dead because I have from the Catacombs. So if that's the case, I'm discarding Animate Dead, maybe discarding Swamp, keeping one of the cards I Bazaar, and discarding the other. It's kind of awkward as Ulamog's just bricked here, but I think it makes sense to play it out this way. We'll see what Stefan's got here. I've got him in a bit of a squeeze. He's just going to play Parallax Wave. Oh, he's going to just play Palace Jailer. Okay, that's good. I guess I can't. Oh, no, this is going to work out just fine, because now I'm going to go. He's going to draw a card, and that's fine. I'm not going to use Bazaar. -2, Lily or Palace Jailer. Animate Dead. Or actually, from the Catacombs, the Palace Jailer. That's even better, I think. Oh, wait, I can't Catacombs because I don't have enough things. So let's go Animate Dead the Palace Jailer. Get my Dothi Voidwalker back. And become the Monarch. And then play a land and pass the turn, I think. And he can, because I get to draw and then have more options for Bazaar. I'm definitely Bazaaring now. So he can use Touch the Spirit Realm if he's got it to get the Palace Jailer back on his side. But then I can Liliana it again, and then from the Catacombs it, so we can just have this Jailer War. I really hope he hasn't drawn a land. That would make things a little easier. If he can only do one thing this turn, I kind of like where I'm at. Also, at any point, if I draw a Corpse Dance or a Gristlebrand, then I get to Corpse Dance the Ulamog, or from the Catacombs the Gristlebrand, and both of those are pretty good. So we'll see what he's got. All right, Mox Sapphire, that's where we're starting. Okay. Parallax Wave would be annoying. Oh, Fury. Okay, so I don't actually mind that too much. It's going to kill my 2 things, but I get to keep... Oh, it's going to kill Liliana. Sure. All right. I mean, I guess that's definitely a good play. Let's Bazaar here. There's the Corpse Dance. That's nice. All right, so discard. I guess I just have to discard 3 lands. Untap, draw. And then now I go Bazaar, discard Ulamog. I give up the from the Catacombs, but I discard Ulamog, Plains, and I think I discard Bitter Triumph and cast Corpse Dance. Okay, and then send, and he has to block the Ulamog, so I get to attack with the Palace Jailer. And he has to sack down to Sacred Foundry Plains and chump Ulamog. Takes 1, goes to 9, and then end of turn I draw a card. All right, that worked out all right. And let's draw. If I had Ephemerate here, it would be sick. Oh, Liliana is a kind of nice one. And then now, if he has touched the Spirit Realm, I guess that's good still. Oh, Long Goodbye is not the Fatal Push. That would be a little nicer. It's actually really funny that Touch the Spirit Realm is still actually a pretty sick one here. I mean, he's just gonna take 1 here. So let's see. I guess I still go White Plume. Is there any other play? Let's see. Assuming he has Touch the Spirit Realm in hand. I don't really think there is. I think I still just play the White Plume here. And let's get, I guess a Plains is fine. And I think I just pass. I'm not really losing to anything else. Okay, he doesn't have it. Great. Oh, Containment Priest. Sure, that's a good one to know about. Okay, now I've got it locked down. That was the one card I was scared of, really. Like, now that I have removal up, Liliana up, Bitter Triumph, all that stuff, like, I'm fine. But there was a couple turn window where it would have been really bad. Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, that's fine. And then he kind of has to attack with Containment Priest. Then I get to Long Goodbye the Skyclave, make a 3/3, block Containment Priest, and basically end the game. Or I get to go to the initiative. I'm going to go Forge on Illusion. Yeah. All right. Up a game here. Playing against Mono White Exiles. Ugh, I really don't like it. I might want... Oh, I need to put the forest in the sideboard. I might want to side in Pest Infestation and Oath of Druids. Pest Infestation is really good against Parallax Wave, or at least gives you a chance against it. And Oath is just a good card. What would I cut? Once again, like Turok, Deluge, all those things are good. Liliana's fine. I have a lot of creatures. I guess if I'm siding in Oath, I'd be inclined to side out some of the creatures, but I don't really want to side out that many, honestly. 1 second here. I think I will want to side in these. All right, we have added lands. So now I think I want Spara's Headquarters because I can get it off Delta, Forest. I can probably just cut a Swamp and a Plains. I just had an extra Plains because of Arid Mesa, but now I have the Spara's Headquarters. And I want Pest Infestation, Oath of Druids. I don't want Outland Liberator, I don't think. I think I can cut Evolved Sleeper. Just cut 1 creature down. And then I could cut one of the Eldrazi, but I think one of my best ways to win is Corpse Dance Eldrazi, so I don't really want to do that. And I wouldn't mind oathing up one of those. Does this do anything for me? No. Country of Triumph is not where it's at. Could also just cut an extra land on the draw, because right now I have basically 16 land plus Petal, but or 15 land plus Petal. Bazaar kind of half counts. No. What else would be good to cut? I mean, almost all my cards are, I think, pretty effective here. Collective Brutality. I don't really want to cut a discard outlet that much. I could cut Concealing Curtains. Doesn't block all that well. Okay, I think I'll do that. And then this gives me 5 green sources plus White Plume. Okay. That seems pretty good to me. Let's do it. All right. Well, we're going to find out if Oath is good, huh? We get to go. I could play turn 1 Oath. If he plays turn 1 Figure of Destiny or Usher, I would do that. All right. But instead, I'm just going to go Spara's Headquarters, go. You don't really want to play Oath when they don't have a creature in play, because that just lets them choose whether to play a creature or not. Okay, Magda. Oh. Oh, and there's Gristlebrand. Oh, I think I'm actually gonna, wow. I have a lot of options here. I can discard Gristlebrand to hand size and then exhume it next turn. I wish I'd drawn Gristlebrand turn 1. Then I could have actually, well, I guess I drew exhume turn 1. But I could have done that with the Petal on turn 2. I could play Oath. And he Skyclaves the Oath. The problem is if I play Oath, I then run into the problem if he kills the Oath, I don't really have anything I can do. Gut. Oof. Okay. Well, now he gets to stack the triggers and sack the treasure. Make a gut token. Well, I'm going to put a Gristlebrand into play, and if I find if he doesn't have an answer to it, then I might be okay. But he has a lot of cards that answer it. And I'm going to play Petal. I don't think there's anything else I can play this turn that does anything. So I'll just pass and I assume just lose. Headliner Scarlet. Yeah, just the turn 4 kill. Because that's 14, right? 10. So it's 3, 10, 15. All right, then. Well, that game could have gone a lot of different ways, for sure. I think the Oath is still good. And I think I'm ready to battle here. Let's hope that... The problem was, man, I could have gone Long Goodbye your Magda, Infernal Grasp your Gut, and then I would have been in a completely different place, but then I'd have an Exhume and a Gristlebrand stuck in hand, and at some point I'd want to play Oath. I guess if I had Oath versus the Magda, that would have been something. Well, let's hope game 3 goes a little smoother. All right, on the play here. Let's just get a sick Entomb play. Turn 2 Night's Whisper. All the idiots in hand. I do have a Turok though. All right, I will keep this. I feel like I can't mull this on the play. On the draw, I would be a little more inclined to, but obviously it's just terrible to have all 3 of those in hand. Would rather have 1 than 3. And I mean, Turok is nice against some of his draws. If he plays turn 1 Usher or something. All right, no turn 1 play. Classic. All right. Night's Whisper. Oh. This is depressing. I really hope I draw Bizarre Baghdad, honestly. Or that he doesn't have a play this turn. The Mana Tithe just broke me. All right. Let's see what happens here, but I don't really like my spot. Oh, if I can just draw Forest here and just Pest Infestation, that would be amazing. Swamp, just going to pass here. I'd much rather wait. Any land I can play Turok as a 4/3 that also makes him discard too. Yeah, this hand was basically built around Night's Whisper. That Night's Whisper getting Mana Tithe is just going to make my hand basically not functional. I'm probably going to draw Ulamog next turn. What's my best draw? I mean, Forest would be really good. If I just drew Forest, I could go Forest, Turok you, and then have a Pest Infestation for 4 in a couple turns. That would be pretty nice. All right, Chandra. Oof, well, that's not great news. Oh, into Magda. All right. Yeah, it would have been a really nice draw at Forest earlier. Urborg. Let's cast Turok. That's going to be a lot less impressive now that he's got a Chandra in play. What am I going to do? And this is why I really want to draw Bizarre. Oh, well, hit 2 removal spells. I guess that's kind of nice. If I draw... There's no one card I could draw from here that's any good at all. Like, I don't have a Reanimate or a discard, and I'm just dead to Gut. I mean, I guess drawing Toxic Deluge would now be kind of necessary, because then I would have a chance to not die right away. If I draw a forest and I can blow up Talisman and make 4 1/1s, that's also pretty nice. But or if I draw Bazaar into Corpse Dance or something. At 14, I'm just dead. Literally, I just take a million damage. All right. 0-2. All right. Time for round 3. We're tied up 5-5, so it'd be really nice if I could pick up a dub for my team here. Playing against Nathan, I'm going to keep this hand. Can I just draw in 2 or Exhume or Animate Dead? That would be spectacular. From the Catacombs actually isn't bad, so at least I have a turn 5 option. And he's on like, oh sure, Strip Mine's fine. I think I'll Entomb Gristlebrand because at some point I don't want to draw it, and I would like to draw an Animate. Ugh. All right, let's see. He's on like a Bant kind of not that much deck from what we've seen. Bitter Triumph. He's got a couple cheap creatures. I'm going to wait a turn on the Brutality here. Would really like to draw some lands. That would be nice. All right. Land. Oh, Petal is actually pretty good. I think I'm going to go Collector Brutality and just look at his hand. Or try to. Mana Drain. Okay. Guess I'll play the Petal in case I need Bitter Triumph, but I don't like that. Any land gets me to from the Catacombs here. Hopefully he's not playing Feywild Caretaker. That one would be kind of annoying. Though if he did that, I guess I could Bitter Triumph it before the end of turn. Sika's Chariot, I think, would be okay. Nissa Who Shakes the World. Okay. So that's kind of an interesting one. Do I want to Bitter Triumph the Nissa? So what are the upsides and downsides? If I go kill the Nissa, I have to sack the Petal, which makes Catacombs a lot worse. But if I draw a land, then I can play Turok. On the other hand, if I draw a land, I think I would rather just cast Catacombs on Gristlebrand. So I think I'm just going to let this happen, take 3. And then if I draw a land, I think this is just going to be the best. And then I get to go get a Plains even if I want. And I hope he doesn't have an answer to Gristlebrand here. Plains and pass the turn. I don't think I want to discard the hand size. I have plenty of ways to discard. Okay. And I hope he doesn't have Fracture Identity. That's the card I'm worried about. Teferi would also be pretty annoying because then I guess if he has Teferi, I could draw still. Gristlebrand would be gone though because from the Catacombs, how it works, it gets exiled no matter where it goes. The exception is with something like Flicker Wisp, it will come back still because getting exiled doesn't, it still is getting exiled. And so it'll come back from Flicker Wisp, which is kind of a funny quirk. This does give Nathan a lot of mana. Wow, Lotus Petal's a lot worse than a Mox. And we'll see if he's got an answer to Gristlebrand. Oh, Phantasmal Image. Okay. He does indeed have an answer to Gristlebrand. He's going to get to draw a bunch of cards. And if he draws White Source plus Teferi or Fracture Identity, I probably lose. Well, it's close then, because he's going to have to use his Nissa to get mana. Getting imaged pretty hard here. If he doesn't have an answer to Gristlebrand this turn, I do win, though, because now I just go Bitter Triumph, attack you. But presumably he'll find one. We'll see. We'll see. All right. We tapped the Boseiju for a second here, but I guess we're not there yet. All right. Nissa untaps Taiga. It could be a Feywild Caretaker. That could be one of the plays he could make here. He has Black Lotus in his deck, so obviously anything involving Black Lotus could be pretty troublesome. He's without Lotus. I mean, he hasn't played a land yet either. He's got a lot of mana available, so I gotta feel like I'm dead, but he's also taken like 2 or 3 minutes, which is like a pretty long time. So if he had a fractured identity, it feels like he would just slam it. I don't know. 4 mana, but this is all red and green mana. Most red and green cards are just not going to be that good against a Gristlebrand. He has like a Mawlock in his deck. I guess he could maybe do something. Garruk Wildspeaker. Okay, I mean, that breaks even on mana if he untaps a forest with it. Still not the end of the world. And untap. So he's not even going up on mana. I mean, he has to have a land here. Oh, that's not good. All right. I mean, I can't stop Teferi. So I don't just win, but he's already used Nissa. He's already used Garruk. So, I mean, I can pay 7 life to draw. I don't get to draw again, unfortunately. I need Corpse Dance. Okay. Okay. Actually think I'm gonna win here. Wait, no, I can't. The Teferi is actually messing me up here. All right. Well, we'll see. He gets to go to the initiative. That's fine. He's at 6. Because here's the problem. Oh, he's going to play probably a Mana Dork, sure. I can Bitter Triumph to kill the Gristlebrand, discarding a Kozilek, but I can't Corpse Dance it. Dothy Voidwalker. Is there anything to do with that? I've got a From the Catacombs. That doesn't help me much. Here's where having a Lotus Petal would be really nice. What else can we do? It's got 20 million cards in hand. Millions of permanents. Discard a bunch of lands, sure. All right, let's draw. I mean, I can Bitter Triumph the Gristlebrand, put in Grave Titan with Corpse Dance. Attack with Grave Titan, it gets chumped by a halfling, and I have 4 zombies in play. I can Corpse Dance a Dothy Voidwalker, but that doesn't really do much for me. I needed my Gristlebrand to be in my graveyard, but the downside of Catacombs was real. So is my best play really just to go Bitter Triumph? I mean, I kind of have to kill the Gristlebrand. Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I have a better one. I could Corpse Dance. I could Bazaar to look for something to reanimate, but I don't have a better thing than Gristlebrand. Yeah, I assume I'm dead here. Discard a Grave Titan. Phantasmal Image goes. I can't Corpse Dance because it's Teferi, but my hand moved around. We don't want that. All right. And then Corpse Dance the Grave Titan. And send attack Nathan. It doesn't really matter because he's just going to chump. And then now I could discard Kozilek to reshuffle. I think I probably want to because I feel like Corpse Dance is going to be a card I'm looking for. It reshuffles my From the Catacombs, but I think I have to live with that. Don't think I'm going to win this one. The turn 4 Gristlebrand was not enough. Phantasmal Image into Teferi was kind of a beat. Oh, into Lotus. He found the Lotus now. I assume I'm just dead here. Oh, he can just Garruk overrun me. That also works. All right. Down a game. Oof. All right. So going to game 2, I don't want Show and Tell. I don't want Oath of Druids. I think I just want my deck as built and hope to be fast enough here. In theory, I could reanimate on turn 2. That hasn't really happened. Okay. I mean, I'm going to keep this hand. Now I have Gristlebrand Corpse Dance, but I don't have a discard out. I mean, this is kind of the drawback of having a Reanimator deck without a Vamp or a DT, but also, like, I feel like my draws have generally not cooperated great. I don't know. Bazaar would be a nice draw. I guess a land is kind of nice here at some point. All right, let's just play a tapped Godless Shrine. Pass the turn. I mean, if he plays a Mana Dork this turn, I can long goodbye it. Last game, it would have worked out better to cast Collective Brutality a turn earlier, but I didn't really want to do that. I felt like killing one of his Mana Dorks would be really good if he had one. So I don't know. All right, Raugrin Triumph, go. Land, land, land. Oh, that is a land. Doesn't have the T'Chana's Tidebinder. I'm just gonna pass here. I don't think playing a Turok does much for me, so I think I will chill. Paradise Druid. Ooh, it's a Mana Dork I can't even kill. All right, I'm gonna flip Concealing Curtains here. All right, lands are fine. Discard outlets are fine. Let's see what you got. Oh, Arwen, Asika's Chariot, Nissa. This is tough because if I take Chariot, it gives more of a chance to draw lands. But I feel like Chariot's going to be really annoying for me to deal with. So I think I'm going to take Chariot here and send. It would have been really nice if this was a Mana Dork that I could kill with my Long Goodbye, but unfortunately it was not. All right. Bazaar Baghdad would be a great draw. All right, he had Seachrome Coast, which he might not have drawn because if I hadn't made him because he draws a card with the thing. Wait, what 4-drop did we draw? Oh, a Moloch? He drew land Moloch. Okay. Yeah. Let's go Bazaar. Let's do it. Bazaar would be nice. Entomb. The Tomb is so close. All right. I'm just going to Long Goodbye the Paradise Druid. And now I have Gristlebrand in hand, so I can't Entomb it. If I draw a land, I can Entomb Kozilek and attack. And I think that'll be pretty good. So, because he's going to go Zagoth Triumph Arwen maybe. He might play Tough Cookie. Oh, this has just been... I'm going to draw like Exhume. It's just not going to be that good. Land would be fine. I can't Entomb end of turn because Kozilek shuffles. But I definitely have to keep the outs of doing that. And I had to kill Paradise Druid, so he couldn't play Nissa if he drew an untapped land. Okay. The one reason to play Tough Cookie over Arwen actually is for Annihilator, but I think that's kind of tough play to make. All right. Can I get a land here? All right, land, and yeah, it's got to be an Entomb here. Entomb. Kozilek. Cast Corpse Dance. And I guess he gets to keep... He could just keep his 2 creatures here, because Arwen even has Indestructible, so he doesn't even take damage. Just sack all his lands and just be like, yep. The thing about that that's not so bad is I have Turok, which can block Arwen. So I take 6 down to 10, play Turok. If he doesn't have a land, actually, if he just doesn't find a land here, then Turok can actually trade for Moloch. That would be sick. Or I could draw Toxic Deluge. That would be the best. Let's see, is he going to fire off the counter? He probably should. All right. So now I take 8 down to 8, play Turok, unless I draw Deluge. All right, land. Get Tough Cookie. That was the best one to get. So he's got a Nissa in hand. It's probably not going to get cast. So now he can't attack with Arwen anymore, but I'm not quite strong enough to block Moloch. So the one advantage of blocking is it makes Toxic Delusion out here, but Now I'm just hoping to draw Bitter Triumph, Long Goodbye, any removal spell. Collective Brutality. Okay. Oh, this is actually really good. So they get to discard and I get to drain. So reveal. And I get to discard a Gristlebrand. So now I have Gristlebrand, but I need to hit a spell. Please have a spell, because that'll make Turok bigger. I hit the upheaval, so I don't know that he has a spell. Oh! Had I hit a spell there, Turok would be a 5/4. So it could trade for Moloch. We're on the 0-3 train here. I'm chumping Moloch and going to 2. All right, I just need to draw a reanimate card. All right, for once, deck, can you hook me up just one time? Is that too much to ask? Yes, it is. A White Plume would have been fine a turn earlier, but that is that. All right, we did in fact lose. Oh, what a bummer. I actually thought this deck was not great, but okay, and it just played out so badly. I think the main reason was I didn't have any tutors. So yes, if I never did draw Entomb and Animate Dead, or rather Entomb plus one of my animates in my opening hand, which, that's a little unlucky. That's probably why I went 0-3 instead of going 1-2 or maybe 2-1 if I was lucky. But add a Vampiric Tutor over one of these random cards, and this deck gets quite a bit better. Add one more reanimate target that wasn't an Eldrazi, like even a Trox or a Tali at the high end, but even something like, I don't know, one of the other decent-ish reanimate targets, and we'd be talking a whole different ball game. As it turns out, this deck I think was just not quite good enough, and the results bear that out. It was okay. I don't think this deck was likely to go 0-3, because most decks aren't, and it had the capability of some good draws, but also we saw the awkwardness come out with some of the pairings of cards. So you know what? They can't all be winners, and this was anything but. That'll do it for today. I appreciate you watching with the wins and the losses, but you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. I'll have another draft up, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.